Narrated Anas radiallahu anhu, Abu Dawud, Al-Bukhari. As time went by, the followers of Islam, which were initially few, became greater and greater. How great a struggle must be faced to uphold the message of this religion did not make it perish. The earth cannot be destroyed. More and more people were becoming its adherents. This was the case with the people of Medina, which was one of the centers of the spread of Islam in its early days. A scattered part of the population in the city had accepted Islam as their religion. When the Muslims were still few, it was not difficult for them to be able to gather together to pray. Now, it's not so easy anymore, considering every citizen has different activities. Busyness in each person certainly had the potential for negligence in each person to perform prayers on time. And of course, if this could happen and them constantly repeated, then it could be thought about what would happen to the followers of Islam. This was a serious problem that needed to be solved immediately. In those days, there was no prayer way to call people to pray. People usually gather in their respective mosque, according to the time and opportunity. When many people had gathered, then Jama'ah prayer began. Upon the emergence of the dynamics of thought above, the need arose to find a way that could be used as a means of reminding and calling people to pray. There were many thoughts that were proposed. There were companions who suggested that when the prayer time came, a fire should be lit on a high place where people could easily see it, or at least the smoke could be seen by people even if they were far away. Some suggested ringing a bell. Others suggested blowing a goat's horn. In short, there were many suggestions came up. The suggestions above were indeed quite representative, but many friends also agreed and some even openly rejected it. The reason was simple. It was old way that had usually been practiced by the Jews. Apparently, many companions who worried about the image that could arise if the methods of the pagans were used. So it was agreed to look for other ways. Then there was a suggestion from Umar radiallahu anhu. If a person was appointed to act as a caller of the Muslims to pray at each entry of prayer time, the suggestion seemed to be accepted by everyone. The Prophet also agreed with it. At the time, the question was how it could be done. Abu Dawud related that Abdullah bin Zaid radiallahu anh narrated as follows. When the way of calling the Muslims to pray was deliberated, one night in my sleep, I had a dream. I saw someone carrying a bell. I approached the man and asked him if he intended to sell the bell. If so, I asked him to sell it to me. The man asked, "What for?" I answered him that by ringing bells we can call the Muslim to pray. The man said again, "Will you teach me a better way?" And I said, "Yes." Then he said again, and this time in a very loud noise,
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
When I woke up in the next day, I went to the Prophet and told him about the dream to him, and he said, "It was a real dream. Stand next to Bilal and teach him how to say that sentence. He should give the Adhan like that, and he has a very loud voice." So I did that with Bilal. Apparently, a similar dream was also experienced by Umar radiallahu anhu. He also told it to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all this.